Good morning. I have a little bit of technical difficulty here, but I think I've got things working. I'm trying to go live on both platforms this morning for the first time, so that's a little bit new. Well, I want to say good morning to you all. Thank you for joining us, and I would love to say Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there. And I want to give you a little bit of my take. You'll probably hear this every year on Mother's Day because I'm pretty adamant and passionate about this topic. And the reason I say Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there is because of somebody very special to me, my grandmother, who is no longer with us, but is somebody I always thought of on Mother's Day. See, my grandmother, who some of you know, had a huge part in raising me and played a huge role in my life. She married my grandfather after he had all of his children, and she never had any children of her own. She never actually had any kids of hers. And so she was significantly younger than my grandfather as well. I won't say how many years, but it was a lot. And when, as I grew up, I mean, she was always my grandmother, but I ended up moving in with her and my grandfather to help take care of them. And we spent a lot of the weekends together. She taught me how to cook. She's a big reason why I have a passion for cooking. And uh, when I thought, when Mother's Day would roll around, she would always be one of my phone calls because of the significant role she played in my life. And so whenever we talk about Mother's Day now, I always want to bring up and remind people who, some of you by choice, you've just decided, kids isn't something that you want, and so you never had any kids, or maybe you're unable to. And I don't want you to look at Mother's Day and feel left out or feel neglected on Mother's Day simply because you never had any children of your own, when in reality, uh, my grandmother was somebody, again, always got a phone call. Most Mother's Day, I would call her first, because she played such a significant role in my life. And I always viewed her as a mother figure. And we always celebrated Mother's Day together because she played such a huge role in my life and was a huge supporter of mine, loved me, you know, in awesome ways that I can't, words can't express to me or to her or to anybody how much I appreciate her for that. And so you might not have any actual kids of your own, but the significant role you can play in someone's life has nothing to do with blood relations. A lot of times, most of you probably have a story that you have of somebody who played a significant role in your life, somebody that maybe you'll be making a phone call out to today on Mother's Day, even though you might not have a blood relation or they weren't actually your mother. It's somebody you're going to call and wish a happy Mother's Day to, or same thing on Father's Day when that rolls around, that you're going to call them and wish them a happy Father's Day because they played that kind of role in your life. And so today, when I say happy Mother's Day, don't hear me just saying happy Mother's Day to those of you who have biological children, but to all of you who play significant roles in people's lives, who pour into young and older people alike in a way that a mother does. Man, I am saying happy Mother's Day to you ladies as well, because you are awesome and you love people like a mother does, even regardless of whether or not you have kids of your own. And some of you, you have your own kids, but you play a mother role in other kids' lives as well. And maybe they call you mom, or they call you grandma, or they, whatever that is, because of the way that you invest in them and pour into their lives. So I want to thank you for all that you all have done, and want to thank you for being moms to everyone in our church and in our lives, and just want to encourage you to continue to do that. So I wanted to say that that's kind of my take on Mother's Day, and I want to encourage you to reach out to those, and there will be a portion in the service where you'll have an opportunity to come in the comment section, kind of encourage ladies who have played a significant role in your life. So I encourage you to think about that and do that sometime during the service. Use the comment section to do that and to encourage a woman or somebody that has played a significant role in your life. So just kind of giving you some prep on that, so you have some time to think and pray on that. I also want to give you a little bit of an update on our on our phase one. Keep losing my wording on that. On our phase one of reopening as a church, you should have received an email. If you didn't receive an email, make sure you send us a message and let us know that you didn't get that email. That would have went out yesterday, kind of detailing a little bit of what we're doing as a church moving forward. Hi, Mike Neiswanger. Thanks for saying hello. I see you. I don't think anybody else has said hello to me. Trying to respond to people on this live feed as well. And I do, those of you that are on YouTube, I did just get a message saying that I set it for PM, so I will get on there and change that as fast as I can. You may be a few minutes delayed from everybody else because I think I can only set it for 10 minutes in the future. So I apologize for that. Hi, Cindy Duke. And I will fix that ASAP. And that's not the first time I've done that. So sorry about that. So phase one of reopening. The elders and I, like I said in the email, we have spent a lot of time praying and asking God to give us guidance on this. Our district team has spoken into this, which is awesome, having such a phenomenal district team to help us and give us guidance as well in what to do as a church and what that should look like for us reopening. Phase one will be the yellow phase of our county and what we're going to do to increase our social interaction while still staying safe and implementing the safety protocols that are recommended to us. So we're going to try to do kind of like a house church type idea where we're going to gather in small groups and watch the sermon, have a small discussion group afterward. I'd encourage you, if you know people in the church and you want to create those groups yourself, then I encourage you to do that. Schedule those, have those conversations with other families and get together and, gather on Sundays and watch the sermon and have that discussion together. Let me know who's going to facilitate that group. That way I can reach out to them and make sure they have the discussion guide. And some of the discussion guides may have answers to some of the questions that, you wouldn't know unless you research them. So I'll send those out just to the facilitator of the group. So if you're a facilitator, let me know and I'll make sure that you get answers if there are questions like that. It might not be an every week thing, but every week there will be a study guide that goes out for those who are going to be in groups to have those discussions. So that'll happen every week. So you're going to gather in small groups, watch the sermon, have discussion, have fellowship like that. And then in your groups, you can decide if you want to be a group where, you implement, very strict protocols where you're all wearing masks and things like that, then by all means, please do that. Some of your groups, you won't be doing that, and that's okay. Just make sure that everyone in your group knows what safety protocols, how far you're taking your safety protocols and what they should expect coming to your groups. I did talk about there's going to be a group at the church that's for 60 and over, and I do want to open that up to anybody who would be, a high risk person as well. So if you're a high risk person and you feel like you can't go into someone else's house right now, but you still want to be a part of these small group conversations, then let me open the church up to you as well. So it's for 60 and over, and anybody who would be high risk. We're going to have, you'll only be able to sit like every third pew, and we're going to be sectioning, certain places off, and you can sit certain places. At that sanctuary, we're going to deep clean every single week, as will the facilities that you would use. So we're going to make sure that that's as safe as possible for everybody included. We're asking if you're going to be a part of that group that you do wear a mask at the church, the group happening in the church sanctuary. And we'll stream the sermon just like everybody else will. We'll watch it there on Sunday morning. Then we'll have a discussion group as well. And so we're just trying to open that up for those of you that are a little bit higher risk. 60 and over is that higher risk category, or anybody under that age who's still high risk. That's a safe place you can come. You don't have to worry about someone trying to, hug you or cough on you or something like that, because, we'll keep it as safe as possible and everybody will be distanced there at the church. But we do recognize that some of you that are over 60 or that are high risk, you still have a desire for fellowship as well. And we want to bless you in that way and try to create some type of opportunity there. Now, you do have to let us know if you're interested in that group at the sanctuary, because we're going to do our best to make sure that group doesn't exceed the 25 minimum or maximum. So that is kind of a first come, first serve as far as that's concerned. So let us know. Some of you have already done that. And so I encourage those of you that still want to take part in that to do that. If you know somebody in the church that might not have gotten the email, or might not be watching this message and you think it'd be good for them, then give them a call and let them know. Call the office, leave a message, or text in, email, any of those options, and let us know that you're interested in the group, and we'll make sure that we reserve a spot for them. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're not going to open up Sunday school or anything like that yet. The church facilities will still be just strictly for that one group that's going to be happening. If some of you want to have Bible studies, again, we can gather, just not over 25. So if those of you that are Bible study facilitators, you can start your Bible studies back up if you'd like to, and obviously with some of the protocols that we're going to do. Communicate with us. Let us know if you're planning to do that, so that the rooms that you're going to be using, we can make sure that they're sanitized and ready to go. So let us know if those kind of things are something you desire. We still have the Zoom Bible studies, things like that happening. You probably have some questions regarding all of this. Please just let us know if you do have questions, and we'll try to do our best to answer them. I tried to be as informational as I could in that email without overloading you with information. If you do have additional questions, just reach out, let us know, and we'd love to answer those and do our best to give clarity where we can. All right. Well, the service is about to start here in just a minute, so I'm going to let you go and let that stream like it's supposed to at 10:45. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, I apologize if you're a few minutes behind, but as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to try to fix that ASAP and try not to make that stupid mistake again. Sorry for doing that again. And I will really try not to do that again in the future. But be blessed, church family. I love all you guys, and just wish that we could be together, all together right now in the church, worshiping, celebrating. I miss that so much, and I know a lot of you do as well. And just continue to worship God, continue to meet him and be in his presence, serve one another like you have. You've been an awesome church family, and you have blessed so many people in so many awesome ways. And that is a huge privilege for myself, being your pastor. I brag on you guys all the time talking to my pastor friends, and it really is just a huge blessing to be a part of this group. So be blessed. Sermon's about to start here in just a few minutes. There'll be about 15 minutes of scrolling announcements. So, see what, make sure that you take a look at those. They do repeat. So once you've seen the loop, then you're not going to catch anything new in there. So that'll be 15 minutes, and the sermon should start right at 11. All right. Have a great day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies, and have a blessed Sunday.